The night heaven touched earth. My name is Micah, and my home is a stable. Usually, the nights in Bethlehem are quiet, filled only with the soft sounds of sleeping animals. But this night was different. The whole town buzzed like a disturbed beehive. Men with loud voices and heavy sandals filled the streets, all because a distant king wanted to count everyone. I just wanted to sleep. The wooden door to my stable creaked open, letting in a slice of the noisy town. A man with a kind face and a dusty cloak led a young woman inside. She looked so tired, leaning on him with each step. The innkeeper had sent them here, to my home, because there was no other room for them in the whole town. The man, whose name was Joseph, didn't seem to mind the dust or the smell of hay. He went straight to the feeding trough, my dinner table, and began filling it with the cleanest, softest hay he could find, making a gentle bed for the woman, Mary. I watched them, my ears twitching. They spoke in whispers that sounded like quiet prayers. As the town outside finally began to quiet down, a new light filled the stable. It wasn't the moon, and it wasn't from the lantern. It was a warm, golden glow that seemed to wrap around Mary like a blanket. It made the dusty air glitter and filled my heart with a peace I'd never felt before. The whole stable felt like it was holding its breath. Then came a new sound, one I had never heard before. It was the cry of a baby. It was tiny, yet it filled the entire stable, silencing even the crickets outside. Mary was holding a small, wriggling bundle wrapped in cloth. Joseph knelt beside them, and his face was a picture of pure wonder. I took a hesitant step closer, my hooves shuffling softly in the hay. The baby was so small. As I peeked over the edge of the manger, he opened his eyes. They were brighter than any star I had ever seen from the hillside. For a moment, it felt like he was looking right into my soul, and I wasn't just a simple donkey anymore. Suddenly, the stable door flew open with a gust of night air. A group of shepherds stood there, their eyes wide and their faces full of shock. They clutched their wooden staffs and whispered to each other about a great light, a sky full of singing angels, and a message of a Savior, born this very night. The shepherds tiptoed inside. They were rough men who smelled of sheep and the outdoors, but they moved with incredible gentleness. One by one, they knelt in the hay, not before the man or the woman, but before the tiny baby. I had never seen such wonder on the faces of grown men. After the shepherds left, whispering their unbelievable story to the stars, another group of visitors arrived. These men were not like the shepherds. They wore robes of silk and velvet, and the air filled with the sweet, strange scent of spices. They said they were wise men from the east, and they had followed a single, brilliant star all the way to my stable door. These great men knelt, just as the shepherds had. They opened their chests and offered gifts of gold and fragrant resins, treasures fit for a king. I watched it all, the humble shepherds and the wealthy wise men, gathered in my dusty home. I didn't understand what it all meant, but as I laid my head down, I knew that on this quiet night, something wonderful had happened. Heaven had come down to touch the earth.
Thank you for watching the Goodness Tales. Please like and subscribe.